And a person who is coming in for the first time is Madam Ruth Rujoki Mushabe from Kirura district. Congratulations, this is already a very good head start for you and the party as NRM. We congratulate you. Here with me, I have members of the press from Acholi sub-region, from all the different media platforms, radios, blogs, online platforms as well. They are eager to listen from you and also carry the message to the people who might not be tuned to the various radio stations. Thank you so much. Without much ado, allow me go straight to the first questions, which will be on the political leadership and governance of this country. What is your view on the current state of democracy in Uganda, and what steps are you taking to strengthen the democracy? Because Uganda is still a new democracy, but we are already making stride.
Well, Uganda is the most democratic country in the world. Because our democracy is real democracy, not a theater like they do in some other countries. We represent all the broad sections of the population. We have the constituency MP, members of parliament, where every adult participates. But then we also have the affirmative action MPs, the women per district. We have the disabled. We have the workers, the youth, the soldiers, the elderly now. I would like to know which country will be more democratic than that. So then we have a very strong local government, elected people from the village, the parish, the sub-county, the district. The only issue that I see is for the leaders to know what to do. Okay. Because sometimes they don't know what to do, then they try to be populist, to give money to the population, then they get into debts. That's where there's a problem. But because all the sections are represented, if they could use that mandate to check the government programs, PDM, has the man arrived, Emioga, has the man arrived, the local government roads, why are they not done? Where is the money? The 1.3 billion per district, why have they not done the... If they could do the monitoring well, you would go very far. Because that's what they're supposed to do. The democracy is broad-based democracy, the best in the world. Because like in 1962, there were only, I remember, 2 women in parliament. Somebody said there were 3, but me, I don't remember the third one. But even if there were 3 out of 82 members, in fact 90, because the 82, you had another 9 nominated. And I think these 3 women came among the nominated. And yet the population of Uganda is always 50% women. So how can you have 3 women out of 90 people representing 50% of the population? And you call that democracy? This is the democracy. If anybody wants to learn democracy, come to Uganda.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Your current campaign is based on protecting the gains. one of the biggest challenges that we see is on the issues of corruption that could derail some of the gains, or that has really derailed some of the gains. It could have been even much more. What steps are you going to take to tackle corruption head-on in this country?
We laid the foundation to tackle corruption long ago from the bush. Because when we came from the bush, you had a government here. You had a Muruka chief, you had a sub-county chief, you had, at that time there were even people called Saza chiefs, county chiefs, and you had the DC. Government appointees, I was aware of all this because I have been around for a long time. I was here under the British and after. So I knew the corruption of those chiefs. The Gombara chiefs were corrupt, so the chiefs were corrupt. The departmental staff, veterinary, medical, were corrupt. I'm the one who alerted NRM, so you people, those chiefs can stay, but we must have our own people from the population. That's how we elected LC1 from us. Yes, the government structure is there. The Muruka chief is government appointed. The Gombara chief is appointed. The RDC, DC, whatever you call them, they are appointed. But let's have our own people. LC1, LC2, LC3, LC5, the councillors, the member of parliament constituency, member of parliament woman, member of parliament disabled, member of parliament youth, member of parliament worker. These are all from you. They are your people. You are the ones who elected them. Why don't they fight corruption on your behalf? Because the money which is being stolen is yours. The government sends you money, your share, and you have got your nyamparas, your agents. They don't defend this money. So you can see that the problem is for people to know their role. They don't know their role because and you also don't know because if you knew, you would demand from them, you man or woman, we elected you to check it. Why are you not checking it? But all of you, you are waiting for the president to be the one to fight corruption now, which is in Paicho, in Patiko, imagine, from Kampala to Patiko. Yes, I can fight it. Yes, I come once in a while. I'm also supposed to have people there. You know, there's somebody called Diso. Have you heard of somebody called Diso?
Yes.
That one is also there. Diso. Then there's Giso. I hear there's even Piso or PC or whatever they call him.
Yes, at the parish level.
Now, all those people, those are mine now. But the problem with mine, the ones I send, are Lutichi. They are employees. They are not like yours, who are from the owners, because you are the owners of the district, of the sub-county, and the money which is coming is yours. So if it is being stolen, yes, I can come in and fight to defend it, but the one who should defend it first should be you and your agents. Who are your agents? LC3. You are the ones who elected him. The councillor. You are the one who elected them. LC5. You are the one who elected them. Why don't they defend? I can also ask you, because you are always asking me questions, and now I ask you. Why don't your agents defend your interests? And why don't you, Kubanja, the Bantu word for Kubanja,
P2.
When somebody has got you a debt, to demand the debt from him.
P2 Banyani.
Why don't you P2 Banya? Them, you man, we elected you to fight, to check the money for PDM. You are not checking it. We are going to remove you. Because that's really, that was after my hope. That's why I brought the LOC system for the people to have capacity to check their interests. But somehow they don't do that work. Then you also don't kubanja from them. What is the problem? Maybe you can tell me what is the problem.
I'm not quite sure. Could be lack of civic knowledge among the population.
Yes. Then let's deal with that because like this money is sent publicly. It's non-public. 100 million has come to the parish for PDM. Why wouldn't all these adults in the parish want to know who got the money? Opio, or court, so that we yes, we confirm that they got because we know them. They are from our village. We know them. So the trap for fighting corruption is already there. Like that, I was campaigning in Maracha, and instead of campaigning, it turned into an investigation about the PDM money. Because the public know that 100 million, that each one is supposed to get 1 million. But some had got less. And they complained when I was there. So, yes, I have created agencies, anti-corruption unit of State House, IGG. Those will work. If we get personnel who are committed, they will help. But the real structural anti-corruption mechanism is the LOC system. And the public, you the public. Public, Kubanja, from your LOCs. And your LOCs to follow up. The corruption will go.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that elaborate explanation. My next question to you is, we have the population of this country.
In the 1960s, how I came to gain fame in our area there, I was not elected, but I was a student leader. And my I started by fighting corruption of the veterinary staff, of the medical, of the teachers who were impregnating schoolgirls. That's how I started my fight, and I became very famous in the 1960s. You fight corruption, people will love you because you are defending their share of the national cake. So therefore, you people become corruption fighters and work with the LOCs. The corruption will go. They will fear. I will continue with my own side. The anti-corruption unit is there. The IGG have appointed new people now. But the trap is really there already. Because you know your share, the parish people, you know 100 million has come for us. Why don't you follow it up? You rumor-mongers, because you are always...
We have upgraded.
Okay, the third question.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the third question is, how do you balance the needs of the people living in urban areas and those in rural areas, knowing that we do not have the resources at hand that can sustain equitably?
The problem you civilians have is prioritization. It's a problem, I don't know why. Because we, the NRA, the fighters, that's what we specialize in. We know how to prioritize something which will get you. For instance, when we were fighting, I've told you on the rally there, when I met Muammar Gaddafi, 1981, I was in my 30s. I was like 35 at that time. And then Gaddafi said, how can, we were already in the bush in Ruero, and Gaddafi said, what support can I give you? Do you want money? I said, no, sir, I don't want money. How about uniform? I said, I don't want uniform. How about medicine? I don't want medicine. I just want a gun and bullets. If I have those, the rest I will get myself. And that's all. Gaddafi was surprised. He even asked me, don't you want a radio for propaganda? I said, my propaganda will be attacking the enemy. I attack him and then he reports. So that ability to prioritize is your problem. Now, when it comes to the countryside and the city, I think my area where I come from is the best example. In 1967, when I was mobilizing those villagers, there was a trading center called Rushere, where there were 3 shops, a chair, a rio, a deck. If you go there now, it's a huge town. But where did it come from? It came from doing what I was telling you on these rallies. Lonyo, Pidano, Ot, Acher. Homestead incomes. We were able to change those. They are coming here, you call them Bararo. They have been disturbing you, you have chased them. But there, we educated them to go from Purmachon to Purmanyen, as I've been telling you in the rallies. And the Purmanyen was Ichak, milk. And it caught up. So I will be getting pictures of what I showed on the rally was individual homes, but you can also get an aerial view. See how the whole area is much better arranged with rural farms, dairy farms. Now, because of the rural economy, commercial economy of dairy, you now have the big town growing up. Why? Because the shops can now sell clothes to this rich Bararo, Then there are those who are selling agricultural inputs, chemicals for cows, for this, for that. Some of those Balaru like alcohol, so they go there to drink in the town, bars and so on. So the countryside creates the towns. If you want it creates the towns. So therefore, where I don't agree with people is to start with the, and at the right time, the city will be very important for the countryside. Because the city will now have industries which process what the countryside has the raw materials. So the question is when do you, now where the weakness was to maintain e-chan in the rural areas. Like the testimonies which I give you on the TV, or on my screen is there. Like this girl Anena of Amuru, who was there stuck. Then she got the 1 million. Then she planted groundnuts, harvested 35 bags. We were seeing it today. Harvested 35 bags of groundnuts and sold at 2.1 million. The one who got 1 million 4 months ago, he has now got 2 million. And from the 2 million, she bought some goats and a better sewing machine. Now she has got income. She's a big. So, when you have a strong rural economy, then you have very prosperous towns. The towns must depend on the countryside. You cannot have successful towns without a strong rural economy.
Thank you. As we wind the first set of our...
So it is not either or, it is, for instance, when you start cities, like we have done in some cases, before you do the rural roads, that's not correct prioritization. You should start with the rural roads and the rural economy, and then it feeds the town. It will be more organic, more, it will be healthier and richer and vibrant.
Thank you so much. My last question on this first set of questions is on the issues of how do you balance and manage dissent and opposition within Uganda's landscape, because some of the things that they say is completely the opposite of your ideologies.
Those opposition, we have got a weak constitutional order, because the constitutional order should discipline the way we conduct democracy. In some cases, somebody should be disqualified from leadership by taking certain positions. For instance, if you say, you people go in the wetlands, this should be disqualified by law. So you are enemy of the country, out. But now they talk like that, and then we are there. Of course, NRM is very strong in the end we shall control them. But it will be neater if the constitutional order, like for instance in Tanzania, one of the candidates was disqualified, I think. The candidate of the opposition or something like that. You can check. Was disqualified. Oh, that's what you are. You want the country to collapse. You want the environment to collapse. You are disqualified. The court. So I think the law should be, somebody can preaches tribalism, and he just goes there, and then there is a weakness there in the law. But we manage them by correct policies and dedication. Because like you can see that the NRM now is quite popular in the north. But how the reactionary groups, what I would call them reactionary groups, how they were misleading our people in the north. Me, I didn't mind because I knew we would defeat them. Because from 1960, I have been participating myself. And we have never let down anybody in Uganda. Never. We always support the legitimate interests of the people. In 1960, I was in DP, and we didn't support the idea of Federo. You've been hearing this Kampala people talking of Mengo people. Federo.
Yes, sir.
Which meant tribalism. That we should have tribalism. Acholi, Baganda, Banyankore. And DP took a position that no, we should have a more united Uganda. The Mengo people were against Chiwanuka, our leader, that he had not done what they wanted. Now UPC encouraged Mengo to go on. Say, well, we shall give you what you want, whatever you need. Then after 2 years, they found what was too much. It was not possible. So they had a fight now between Mengo and Obote. And we blamed UPC. But why did you mislead this Mengo? And then you use excessive force. Because also the force they used was excessive and very indisciplined. Now, when Idi Amin took power in 1971, I was the first person in Uganda to oppose Idi Amin. He took power on the 25th. On the 26th, I looked for the money from the bank, and I left on the 27th to fight Idi Amin. Amin never ruled me. And when Amin was killing Yachoris, Langis, we were fighting him. Now, when we defeated Amin, then our UPCs here wanted to revenge the Western Islands. We opposed them. Why do you revenge on the Western Islands? Amin was just an individual. The mistakes he was making them himself, not on behalf of his mother or his son or his children. He was doing them alone. So we didn't agree with the revenge against the Western Islands. We opposed it. When Tito Kero and Basilio overthrew Obote, and they were trying to, a boy called Ojuku, there was a boy called Ojuku, a soldier called Ojuku, was disturbing people in Lango. We opposed him and chased him, and so on. So for us, we always oppose wrong and support right. All these years. So now people, now the other day, this Nani, Odongoto would have to give me a cow as a fine. You should tell him that you owe the old man Museveni a cow. Because when I came for the consultation in Unyama, was it Unyama? We were in a PTC somewhere.
Which PTC?
He was praising me, but it is an offense. I would have to get a cow from him. Because he was praising me. He was saying, Museveni, thank you very much for chasing the Bararo. It's very good that you chased your own tribe from here. Now the offense is that Odongoto would have thought at any one time that I can side with people because they are my tribe, even when they are wrong. So I need a cow from Odongoto.
We shall relay that message to him.
So for him, he was praising me. He thought he was praising me. But I could see a mistake in the praise. Why did you think? You should have known that I cannot support wrong, even if it is from my own family. Because this is the NRA. Yeah. In 1971, when we were opposing Idi Amin, I've told you I had been in DP in 1960.
Yes.
Now, when Idi Amin overthrew, but all my DPs were very happy because Amin had overthrown their enemy, Obote. We said no. This Amin is very, very, very dangerous, and we waste our time. So we opposed Amin, and our own family members who were DP were annoyed with us. Why are these boys following your bote? We were not following your bote. We were following principle. Yeah. So, but now you can see, because of that constant stand on supporting right, opposing wrong, people now have come to understand. And that's why there's a big support, as you can see, in all parts of the country, including the North, which was being misinformed by mistake makers, people who make mistakes. They're the ones who come. The Bantus want to kill Nilotics. Really? But I was fighting, opposing Amin in 1971 when he was killing Yachoris and Langis. So they tell lies, go back, go back, go back. But with the time, what you should do, you do right all the time, whether you are in public or private, you do right. The truth will come out. Truth will come out.
Thank you. Your Excellency, on the campaign trail, you have one of the key things that you are talking about is the issues of creating wealth. I will want us to move in and look into a few issues to do with the economy of the country, as well as money in our personal pockets. What are the key areas of focus for Uganda's economic growth in the next decade?
The next, if you see my speech on the introduction on the national conference, I pointed out that Uganda has gone through 5 phases, our economy. There's what I call the minimum economic recovery, to stop magendo smuggling, stop black market of forex, stop shortages. I was in Moyo and I met my old friend, Dr. Moses Apiriga. In 1979-80, he was Minister of State for Shortages. He was called Minister of Supplies because there was shortage of sugar, shortage of soap, shortage. So Apiriga, the one was distributing the few, Minister of Supplies. But he was really a Minister of Shortages. So, first phase was to end the shortages, which we did quickly. But those what had caused the shortages was that Idi Amin had destroyed the small colonial economy of the 3 C's and 3 T's. 3 C's being copper, cotton and coffee, and 3 T's being tobacco, tourism, and tea. This is the small economy which the British left. Small money economy. We are calling it enclave economy. Enclave means island. Because in 1969, or 1969, or it was covering only 9%. That small economy of money economy of the 3 C's, 3 T's was accommodating only 9% of the homesteads. But when Idi Amin came, he destroyed it. So when we came, we had to bring it back, and that's what we call minimum economic recovery. Then expanded it. If you look at coffee now, coffee was about 3 million bags. I think we are now approaching 12 million bags of coffee. Even tea, it was 23 million kilograms. I think it's now like 60 million kilograms. And so on. So, minimum recovery, expansion, and then number 3, diversification. Bring new products. Number 4, value addition. Phase 5, knowledge economy. The Kira motors which you have seen, the Kayora buses, the what. So that's where we are moving now. Because you can imagine if we add value to all our raw materials and we intensify the knowledge economy, but also we must have no. There must be the two movements. On the economy, Duchu involving in money economy. Duchu. I don't want Rutuku and Rutuko, the players, Rutuko and the Runeno, spectators. That's for football. But for wealth creation, everybody must be a Rutuko. Everybody must engage in money economy. But also on this side, they must have free education. Universal, everybody must be educated. We cannot go on with conserving ignorance. Because that's what we are doing now. We are conserving national parks, but also conserving ignorance. A child has reached P6, dropped out of school. Why? Oh, my parents died. If your parents died, did Uganda die? There is a republic. This republic is called Uganda. If these kings of ours, like the king of Toro Bunyoro there, when they are praising their kings, praising them, one of the praise names is Omukumamfuzi. Omukumamfuzi. The king was the one who was looking after the orphans. And Fuzi are the orphans. So this republic of yours, which doesn't look after children and they drop out of school, because teachers are looking for money, and teachers, PTA, I don't know what, you are conserving ignorance. It is also ungodly. God will not like it. I'm very worried about those who do it. God will not look at them very well. Because this is Luneko. You are killing these children when they drop out of school. You have seen my skilling hubs, how they have transformed those children who had been thrown away into very useful people. You have seen them on the rallies.
Yeah, I actually saw you buy a pair of shoes at 500,000.
The boy cheated me, but how much do shoes cost here?
An average of 35,000 to 150,000, depending also on the type and the material used.
So the boy just cheated me. So, with the two movements, everybody participating in the money economy and education for all, we are going to become a modern country. Modern country. And it will change because even this population increasing so much, because families are having too many children. This is because of village life. Once people become educated and they will not have too many children, 4 children, 3 children. So even the population will no longer grow so much. So it should change and become a modern society. That's what we are aiming at. That's why we are talking of a qualitative leap. Qualitative leap. To become a modern country like this. But with African conditions, I don't want to be like Europeans. Because modernity in Europe has made them get lost. I think here we need to become modern but remain African. Okay, how many other questions remaining?
I have about 8.
Hey.
Briefly. One, I think it will be unfair to the youth if I don't ask you your plan for creating jobs for them, because there are so many who are educated. Fortunately, I heard you in your rallies talk of giving some funds to the graduate who would have failed to get jobs after 2 years from their graduation. What are the other plans for those who have not gone to university or who are not graduates?
But in my rallies, I've told you the anatomy of economy. You have Kuch, then we use Kuch to have Donglobo, meaning infrastructure, electricity, the roads, the railway, then also the social infrastructure, the schools, the health. And you have law in you, but you must have law in you. And it is the law in you that creates jobs. You study all the economies in the world. Where does employment come from? It is from factories owned by companies, hotels, transport companies. So, what we are telling you is the right way. Lonyo will create, teach. It is already doing it. It is already doing it. The only problem is that people they confuse, they think that working for the government is the only job. But the government has got very few jobs. You read the whole world. What percentage of the people are working for the government? And what percentage are in manufacturing? What percentage are in services? So jobs will come from Lonyo. Yes, the government can employ some, but very few. All the government employees are 480,000. But the people working in the factories now are already 1.3 million. And the ones in agriculture, there are many more. So, that's why you hear my graduates of the hubs telling you about becoming job creators rather than being job seekers. They were saying so in their testimony.
Thank you. Let's move quickly to the issues of health. What are the plans to strengthen Uganda's healthcare system, especially in the face of the current rapid growth in population?
Of?
The current rapid growth of the population, vis-a-vis strengthening the healthcare system in the country?
Well, the population is growing fast because of the successful health program. Because you remember, we used to have Todd Wong. Did you hear of that man? Todd Wong. Meaning that people are dying a lot. Now, I don't know, I think Todd Wong will be the last with that name of Todd Wong. Because now under NRM there's no more Todd Wongs. The children are they are growing. Life expectancy now has gone to 68. It used to be 43. And yet, we have just really done one thing correct. Just one. Immunization. Only that. The other public health measures are not yet done. Nutrition. I don't know why these doctors don't concentrate on nutrition. Educating our people which food to eat. Lifestyle change. Because people now are dying from prosperity. Blood pressure. Those Balaro of yours, I see them there in Chiruhura. They are dying from prosperity. If you go to a wedding, you find many cars there. Because they have cars. They are fat. They become fat. So, lifestyle, alcohol, tobacco, that one is causing unnecessary sicknesses. If we handle that, Then malaria control. By having more public health measures, would eliminate 85% of the sicknesses. Even the maternal cases, children who get pregnant before they are old enough, then they get maternal or obstetric complications. All those public health measures would cover more. And then on the curative side, if you remove some residual, because I've been here with you for 40 years now. Have you ever heard that I'm in a hospital? I've never had time to go to a hospital. Except when I had corona for 21 days. I was not very sick, but I'm not used to being inactive. So, if we could have more of the public, of the prevention of sicknesses, the health would even be better. Then that leaves us with about 20% curative. Some cases which are not avoidable, accidents, those obstetric cases, would have less burden of, because now Ministry of Health has been more Ministry of Diseases than the Ministry of Health. Because they wait for you to be sick, and then they take you to hospital, then you put up your legs. But why don't you avoid sickness? Because you can avoid sickness. You can avoid, there are so many things you can avoid. So that we have got a healthy population rather than a sick population needing treatment. Now, people are talking of a health insurance system. I've been wanting to study that. Of course, health insurance system would help people to go to private clinics, to what. But I want to start with my villagers. How will they participate in that system? That's why I'm still saying for now, let's continue with the free medical care by the government. And then when people have income, then we can assess. So the main emphasis should be prevention by immunization, which has worked, hygiene, because you remember we used to have a problem of hepatitis A. And hepatitis A was being spread by what they call orophyco. Not so hormonal. You hear the words. Oro, the mouth. The mouth, you know English. Oro means mouth. Orophyco. Fico is feces. That feces go to your mouth. Can you imagine? Orophyco, I don't know why they don't explain all this to you. Oh, hepatitis A is spread by orophyco. How did the feces go to somebody's mouth? Because of the bad way of disposing feces, not having proper latrines, so that when the feces are there, the flies go there, then they come and go in your food. So the fecal now links with the mouth. You eat it. So hygiene immunization, hygiene, nutrition, vector control, controlling the mosquitoes, the tsetse flies, those which cause the disease. If we do that prevention, we shall cover. In Egypt, they have eliminated mosquitoes. There's no more malaria. No more malaria. Even here, have you had any mosquitoes biting you?
No.
I've killed them here when I it is my practice when before I go to a place, I kill all the mosquitoes. The other time when we were in Nambole, playing at night, did you see any mosquitoes? I killed all of them. But the Minister of Health is conserving mosquitoes, so that people get bitten, and then they get sick, then they get to hospitals, put up their legs. I really get sick when I see all this. People are so busy, you have time to be sick, really? Well, there are no mosquitoes. You have been here, I've been coming here. Every night I've been a night reverie. I've been sleeping here in meetings. But I've not had any mosquito here. Because we killed them, we fumigated them. So you can get rid of these diseases.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. In the interest of time, I will give you only maybe 2 more questions. We have the issues of national security. Uganda, how is the country positioning itself in the global fight against terrorism, especially in light of activities of groups like the Al-Shabaab and the ADF in the region?
Those we defeated them. But they are still militarily, they can't do much against Uganda. We defeated them both here, but also in Somalia and in Congo. But I think what is remaining is ideological. I hear there are some mosques which teach wrong Quran, wrong religion. These are the one we need to attend to. Get our Muslims to teach these children the proper Quran. Because they really waste our time, that they want to make Uganda into a country of Sharia law. Uganda? They're just I am a member of the Cow clan. In my area there, that's my clan. This is our land. How can you come and you say you want to run our land like they do in Arab countries? This is not Arab country. This is Uganda. So I've been telling them that you people, you are just idiots. You are going to die for nothing. We, the owners of the land, cannot allow you to bring your nonsense here, that you want to install Sharia law in Uganda. Really? We are here, we have got our ancient, this is our land. So what is remaining is that ideological work among our Muslim people. Okay?
Thank you. Finally, Your Excellency, how is the government planning to ensure sustainable use of Uganda's natural resources, especially now that we are anticipating production of oil in the very near future?
That's a very good question. some of the natural resources are renewable, like agriculture. If we don't damage the environment, agriculture will be here today, will be here tomorrow, and forever. But some of the natural resources are exhaustible, like the minerals, including the oil. So the strategy is, when we get money from the exhaustible, we should use it to create a durable capacity for the country. How? If we build the railway using the oil money, then that railway will be there for a long time, even after the oil is finished. If we build the power stations, that will create capacity for the country to manufacture, and it will be there even after the oil is finished. So that's what we shall do. We shall use the finite to build the durable. Use the oil money. We shall never allow this oil money to import perfumes, alcohol, whiskey, dead people's hair, called wigs. Never. It will only be used for creating durable capacity. The railway, the electricity, maybe a few, even the roads. I wouldn't want to use oil so much on the roads. With the roads, we can continue using whatever we have been having. Science, innovation. That's what we should support. The railway, electricity, science, innovation. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for giving us the opportunity to talk to you, to ask you questions. I am kindly requesting, with your permission, that you allow a few of my colleagues to ask you a few questions before we conclude.
No problem.
Thank you.
In the interest of time, Your Excellency, I was going to restrict them to 4.
Yes.
I will start with Desire. We'll start with the ladies. The last we've been following these gentlemen. Today we will start with the ladies. Desire, please go to that microphone. Your name, full name, and the...
We shall have 2 Nyaras and 2 Wada.
Yes. Your name and your media house and your one question.
These Kampala people don't know our language.
Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Your Excellency. I am Desire Alimo-chan. I work with Radio Patches as a news reporter. I would like to appreciate what the beautiful government has done to this Uganda, including the seed schools that every sub-county is supposed to be having as the initiative of the government. But we have a few challenges with the health centers, especially here in Gulu. The regional referral hospital itself, a case in point, they have drug stockouts. So I've been wondering, what will the government do, or what plans does the government have to address this issue of drug stockouts in the health facilities?
We shall. I will have to study it. The stockout, is it because they are under budget?
I really don't know, because they never.
Or is it because there is a quarrel?
That's what you have to investigate through your powers, because I myself have ever been to the regional referral hospital and they tell me this drug is not there. You have to go and buy from outside. So basically what we really get from there is the diagnosis only.
No, that's not correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's not correct. It must be. So if it is under budgeting, we shall have to sort it out. If it is core, we shall have to sort it out. Yeah.
Irene Jovia.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening.
Thank you for the work you've done, and that has got you various accolades as a leader of distinct character. Hence, we pride in your role as chairman of NAM currently. Actually, economically, we are waking up and trying to get into business, doing agriculture with Chura. People are into imports now, and we women we are taking the lead. However, Your Excellency, what's your new plan to help the sub-region in terms of tax subsidies or even a waiver, if possible? Because now we see even people who have salons deep in the village, the tax man is following them up to there.
Tax for what?
They are being forced to pay tax, Your Excellency.
Which tax?
VAT, VAT, mostly VAT, and income tax. And also, Your Excellency,
VAT is...
value-added tax.
I know. You see, VAT is a tax paid by the consumer, paid by the buyer.
Yes.
You, the shop owner, you pass it on to the buyer.
Yes.
And some of the items should be taxed, because you see the tax policy generally. Sit down.
Maybe I had another one.
No, democracy, only one question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Lakwara. Now, our tax policy is very deliberate. We don't tax, we tax imports. And not all imports, we tax imports of luxury items, vehicles, soda, whiskies, and so on. We don't tax machinery. And even we are not taxing pharmaceuticals even if they are from outside. Then within the country, we don't tax agricultural products. We don't tax produce buying. If you are buying produce, we don't tax you. So that the things we tax are really luxury items. Now, what you are saying about saloon, I'll have to check, because the saloon would be, what are they taxing? Is it the chemicals which they use in the hair? I will check what you are talking about. But otherwise, our policy, we tax consumption of luxury and not production. The two boys now.
Willie Chow. Have I pronounced it correctly?
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jowo Willie. I work with the Elephant Publications. I would like to appreciate you so much for talking elaborately about the issue of health in Uganda. In July 2023, you directed the Minister of Health to set up a specialized hospital at Gulu University, which has the capacity of about 300 beds. I remember you also committed to contribute $1 million to buy a CT scan for St. Mary Hospital, Lachu. I don't know what assurance do you give for the people actually about these two pending issues. Thank you.
About what?
You committed yourself to buy, to give $1 million to buy a CT scan for St. Mary Hospital, Lachu.
And it has never come?
No.
Oh, that's Maraj. My staff, please take up that matter and we sort it out. That I promised Lacho Hospital, which is a private hospital, but I promised a donation to them of $1 million for something.
CT scan.
So if I promised, it must be fulfilled. My staff.
Then the second one was about specialized hospital at Gulu University.
That one may, if it is a government one, it will be done at the right time. Maybe you have, because you see the quality, we say in our language here.
Okay, thank you.
We have got so many things to do. I will check with them but that one, if it is government, it could be so many priorities. But I will check. That's the last?
The last is Onono James.
Father of the Revolution, we thank you so much for having transversed the Chile sub-region. Your Excellency, people are also asking us that as the President of the Republic of Uganda and as the NRM chairperson, how are you balancing some of commissioning the gains? Because some people also want you to commission projects, government projects, but you're also on the campaign trail. How are you balancing this, Your Excellency? Thank you very much.
I can put in a few commissioning, but as you see, 2 rallies a day take a lot of time, because we need to finish the districts. How many have we covered now?
Your Excellency, we have covered Lango, West Nile, Acholi, and tomorrow we're starting Karamoja. So already close to about 35 districts.
And there are 150.
Yes.
You see? So I need 5 more times, because 35 is 1/5. Is 1/5 of the 150. Okay, people. Apoyo Matek. Have these children eaten something? They have not eaten something. Hello?
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Uganda sisi wenyewe.